welcome back to my channel. My name is Siam Dolo. Thank you so much for coming through. If you are new here, please remember to subscribe and join this family. If you've been here, then you know what's up. Guys, today I decided that, can we talk about this issue of dating younger? Because it seems like now at our age, that's the inevitable. Because first of all, guys, who peed in this dating pool? Like, who peed in this dating pool? Because sana this dating pool imdaga inengubo zamasele inomchamo. Because wow, sana sensetuba for us women in our 40s, obviously our dating range now for someone who's 40 like me, would be someone ideally from the age of 40 upwards. So you find that abo bantu sana, they have truckloads of issues. They come with divorce issues. They have commitment phobia. Hey, the next thing he's here, he's there. The next thing you are ghosted. Like, many issues about booty. And for most part, ngathi nje abasafuni commitment. And then ke ngoku kube khona obhutana aba ke ngoku baka 1990 bona abavele bafike umuntu seke yazi into ayifunayo. Like, these younger guys will come to you knowing exactly what they want. And growing up, I also used to be that person who thought women were dating younger. There was something wrong with them because, like, why? Like, why? And I realize now that when we have this conversation in my circles, like, that's still an issue with most women. Like, you're dating younger, and right now I don't see a problem with it anymore. I mean, if you are of consenting age and I didn't change your diaper, then maybe you are not a child. But anyway, on a serious note, guys, like, this is what I think from my experience. The first time I dated younger, it was someone who was 7 years, 7 years younger. And it started as a play because I was from a long-term relationship and I felt, okay, I need a breather, you know. Let me just be having this companionship, but that's not gonna be hectic. But needless to say, Gesana, because I don't know how not to be serious, we ended up going with the family and whatnot. So the relationship was a bliss. The guy was mature, like, we were fine. The only issue was that I was very insecure about the age thing, and he knew that. So the one time we had a serious argument, then he used that as his ammunition, and that was the end of the relationship. Because as if you didn't know all along, you know, I'm old. Okay, sharp, life carried on, and then I was eventually ready to date again. And when I was, I met this guy who was like 8 years younger. Yeah, he was 8 years younger. And the relationship was a bliss. Like, we were great, we were okay. It was amazing. It was a great relationship. He was super mature. He was very much of a man. He was so macho. He was, you know, so much of a leader. Like, he was basically everything you would want in a man. And I would have missed out on that, Kesana, because Mnandi said, you can't date younger. So that's been my experience. And I find that even now, like, guys who hit on me who are younger, they usually come knowing exactly what they want. Like, hey, figure story, and they'll be consistent. And, like, they will bring healthy vibes, you know, also because, like, these ones, you know, they are woke, they've healed, you know, they understand their traumas, you know, some of them are now going to therapy, like, they are more woke, man, they understand what is what. But, so that's when I had just gotten into my 30s, but I've realized that as I get older, it gets worse. So now, hey, kufika abantu 19 ntoni, and kaloku mna I've got nephews of different ages, like from 85, 91. So the 85 one, because I see him as my brother, so it's always like, okay, fine, we're even. But then once iqale ukuthi 91, hayi kaloku sana awukwazi ulingana nomtshana wam that I whose diapers I used to change. It means ukuthi now I could change your diapers, you understand? And so now that's where for me it becomes tricky, because I'm like, sana uzukwazi ulingana nondoda ndiza kuthini, like, kuzafuneka ndiye nawe ekhaya and then introduce you, and then now wena umntu ozawuvibe naye kundoda, like, it doesn't make sense. So right now my view is that, well, these streets are streeting. These streets are streeting, and this is all we have. But I think I now have accepted that maybe this is our fate. And therefore, what that means for me now is that I've just set an age limit for myself, which was like maybe 10 years, because, well, Gabrielle and Dwayne, 10 years apart, and they're fine. And you know, she would have missed out on such a great marriage, great relationship, if you've been a lento, you're like, oh, 10 years, yonke. So I had set that 10 years as my limit, like, oh, asana kaloku. Anything beyond that is an abomination, like, is an abomination. But now that I'm like 40, I feel like, I'm 92. So I feel like now I draw my line at 89. Like, let's both be of the 80s at least. Let's both be of the 80s, because wow, like, really. So I think I've set my limit to that, because, well, I do not have Gabrielle Union genes. I do not even like the gym, and I do not want to be next to someone and looking like their mother. Also, nokutya ndiyakuthanda ke sana, ndingumuntu apha ohlala hlale aloko etyeba, you understand? So before long, now I'm gonna be looking like your mother, andizokwazi sana. So I feel like now that I'm aging, let's both be of the 80s, and that's because I feel I'm gonna get wrinkles. I'm gonna get wrinkles soon. And the thing about men, kesana, one privilege abanayo is that bona, as they age, as they get older, they get hotter. You understand? So lo bhuti lo una 30 useza bana 35, mna xa ndina 45 usana imibimbi ixakile. So I think right now for me, it's those practicalities. It's not necessarily like the age per se, but it's the fact that realistically we are on that. And the fact that if you were born in 1992, it means chances are when you still want to get married, have children, and tontoni. Well, at this point, I'm not even sure if I want to get married. And even when I am sure, I think I am past the childbearing age, like the childbearing situation. For myself, of course, I mean, you can have a child at any age. You can have your child at 45. That's okay. But for me, the realities around my life right now, and bonimtana, like anywhere in the future. And anywhere in the future, Kesana, in 5 years I'm 45, and like, what are the chances? And umntwana 30 yena at 35, or right now he still wants to start a family, he still wants to have kids. From where? Which factory? Because eyam sana ivalile kaloku sana ivalile. And xa ngathwa ke yenzekile imistake kuthiwe hayi ke yo yenzeka ke imistake, guys. Hayi ingaba yilo one kaloku sana, ingaba yilo one, andiyazi ke phofu nalo one uba ndingabe ndiyithela ntoni ngubani, because like, how am I running after a toddler ke ngoku at 45, after ndisokole kangaka with these two girls sana who showed me proper flames, you understand? So for me right now, it's those realities, but I don't think it's something that that should be an issue. I think that you should exercise your own discretion in terms of age, but I don't think you should, in terms of your age limit, but I don't think you should have any inhibitions around that. Also, even if you do, sana, life will life, and ke ngoku uzawuthi xa ufika apha ku-40 or pha ko-35 urealize uba hayibo sana nabo bhuti abarayithi, like ibe na-30 ndithini ke ngoku. And then you meet this person, because intliziyo yayiphakelo, you meet this person that you genuinely get along with, that you genuinely love. Are you not going to date that person wena because kaloku umncencela mntu? You understand? So I just feel like as you grow, your view of things changes, and that was the case with me. I used to see 40-year-olds as abantu abadala, and here am I right now. I'm the most childish 40-year-old that I know. We understand? So as you grow, izinto ziyachinja, you start seeing life differently. So I feel like in that case, you just need to have to exercise your own discretion to say, okay, this is my age limit, and based on whatever realities. I feel like maybe if you are 30, 35 and the guy is like 30 or maybe whatever 25, maybe ningakhula nobabini like nibulingana whatever, but ngoku when I'm already aging, I don't see it. So I think that Uguti, if it's something that you are considering, I really don't see any wrong with it. Day your day, mama. Day your day. Uzotini, you know, this is life. Obhuta bakhoyo ngaba because intanga zethu zine issues, and then this is how tinisana inabo bhutana befuna usithanda. So right now I am open to it, but sana, let's both be of the 80s. Yo, sana 92. Hi, I didn't but it's an abomination. Like Sautini, and I think this has to do with all these societal stereotypes, like lantuba una 40, then you are too old, like you should be at an old age home, you don't deserve any good things, any nice thing in life, like you should just be thrown away, you understand? And yet when it's men, nobody says anything wrong with a man dating someone younger, you know, those societal stereotypes and whatnot. I think this whole thing is based on that, these stereotypes, because why is it not a problem when it's a man? You understand? So I think this is why we get to have these inhibitions, because utabantu bazothini, and nami kaloku ndiyenqoma andinovuma mna kuqala kwabatshana bam uba uzawufika lo ka-91 sana ngoku efika nosisonga ngam. Ayo, esizawuncokola ngezinto ze-struggles ze-apartheid in 1999. So I think it's knowing uba mna kuqala I'm that judgmental, and therefore ndoyika mna ufika ndijajwe phayana, uyandalasena. Oh, ndinephisa mandihletye kuthiwa hayi sakho imibimbi khawujonge bethunani ayini ebetheni nasani Mzwandile bese kuphela iintanga zakhe yo khajonge imibimbi yo khajonge amadolo azagadela. Understand? And andisenamandla man, andisenamandla wento ezininzi, understand? And like umuntu uzafika esemandleni yena, and yabona yonke laa nto. So guys, do you prioritize your happiness, whatever it takes, as long as you do not abuse children. Like ufike wena uzojola nomuntu oyi-teenager, hayi ke siza kutshatsha ke ngoku. But if umuntu is of consenting age, nalapha kwi-consenting age guys, noko kumele uxube neentloni, like kumele ube nalantu uba hayi bo angade kucaba angaba ngumntanakho. But in America abanangxaki nezinto, it's normal umuntu uyakwazi udetha nomuntu o-20 years younger. No. I think it's just us in Argentina, we're too judgmental. But sana, do you enjoy this life? Because this dating pool out here be green AF, and son, ukhona umuntu oyicameleyo la dating pool. This cannot be it. And ke ngoku asizozicisha i-happiness because obhuti bethu oomalume benu babhizi nee-traumas zabo ze-divorce, hey basiphathela i-toxicity. Sizawube simamela uba obhutana aba bathini bona. Let them take us for coffee, sibone ukuthi what is what. So guys, yeah, that is it. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know about where you stand with this. Otherwise, let's talk again next time. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let's engage. Makube mnandi apha ekhaya, and bye.